Dear God, I have a problem, and it's me. Not because I caused the chaos, not because I'm responsible for someone else's moods, accusations, disrespect, or lack of accountability, but because I keep lying to myself. The first lie is, maybe this time is different because he's being nice again. When things are calm, I feel my body start to relax. When he's pleasant, when he's kind, when he sounds like the good version of himself, something in me wants to believe the storm is over. I start telling myself, maybe we're past it. Maybe he sees it now. He gets it now. Maybe this time we can move forward without the chaos. But a few good days do not erase the pattern. A calm mood is not the same as change. Niceness is not the same as accountability. And temporary peace is not the same as safety. The accusations come back, the disrespect comes back, the twisting comes back, the calls, the emails, the mood swings, the emotional pull. And then I'm right back where I was, trying to find the right words to make someone understand something they're committed to not understanding. That is another lie I have believed. If I explain myself better, he will finally understand. So I explain. And then I explain the explanation. Then I defend the explanation. Then I leave the conversation exhausted, further away from myself than when I started. I'm starting to understand that some people are not confused. They are committed. Committed to their version. Committed to their story. Committed to making me responsible for what they refuse to face. And explaining myself to someone committed to misunderstanding me does not create peace. It keeps me tied to the chaos. Another lie I believed is I have to keep communication open because of the children. But the truth is quieter than that. I only have to communicate about the children. I do not have to be emotionally available. I do not have to answer every call. I do not have to respond to every accusation. I do not have to defend myself every time someone throws a false version of me into the room. I do not have to let the children become a doorway for someone to keep accessing me. That has been hard for me to accept because the lie sounds responsible. It sounds mature. It sounds like, be the bigger person. But sometimes being the bigger person has been the place where I abandon myself the most. Sometimes I call it peacekeeping when it really was self-betrayal. Sometimes I called it communication when it was really access. Sometimes I called it patience when it was really fear. And another lie is, if I don't answer, I'm doing something wrong. But not answering chaos, that's not wrong. Not participating in disrespect is not wrong. Protecting my peace is not wrong. Protecting my children from being pulled into adult conflict is not wrong. I've confused urgency with obligation for too long. Let me repeat that. I have confused urgency with obligation for way too long. Just because someone demands access to me does not mean I owe it. Just because someone's upset does not mean I have to enter the storm. Just because someone calls does not mean I have to answer. I'm learning that peace has a cost. And sometimes the cost is letting someone be upset without rushing in to manage it. And another lie I believed is, he's safe when he's in a good mood. But consistency is safety. Accountability is safety. Respect is safety. Emotional stability is safety. A good mood is not safety. A good mood can still change. A good mood can still disappear. A good mood can still turn into punishment the moment I say no. And I have to stop letting the good days make me forget what the pattern has already shown me. Because the pattern is the truth, not the apology, not the calm moment, not the nice version, the pattern. And the last lie is, I can control how this goes if I stay calm enough, kind enough, or available enough. I can't. I cannot control his reactions. I cannot control his respect. I cannot control whether he tells the truth. I cannot control whether he reflects. I cannot control whether he hears me. I can only control my boundaries. And I think that is where I'm at now. I'm done arguing with delusion. Because arguing requires shared reality. It requires willingness. It requires reflection. It requires the capacity to hear. And when those things are not present, I'm not in a conversation. I'm in a cycle. Every time I try to make sense of it, I end up exhausted. Insanity. Every time I enter the vortex, I come out less peaceful, less clear, and less connected to myself. And I can see now that I have been living in reaction. Reaction to his moods, reaction to his messages, reaction to his accusations, reaction to his good days and bad days, reaction to the calls, reaction to the chaos. I have been letting those things decide how peaceful I am allowed to be. And that is not a way to live. So maybe the practice now is simple. Not easy, but simple. Don't defend, don't argue, don't reason, don't explain. Dare. Not because I'm cold, not because I don't care, not because I'm trying to punish anyone, but because I'm no longer willing to keep proving my truth inside a dynamic that feeds on my participation. One more time. I am no longer willing to keep proving my truth inside a dynamic that feeds on my participation. The hardest part is not setting the boundary. The hardest part is holding it when the pressure comes, holding it when the guilt rises, holding it when the accusations start, holding it when the familiar part of me wants to jump back in and fix the feeling. But I cannot say I want peace and keep choosing the patterns that destroy it. I cannot say I want serenity and keep stepping into the vortex. I know when the vortex is coming. I can feel it. I can see it. I know the pull. And every time I jump in, I disrespect myself. So this time, I'm trying something different. I'm choosing the pause. I'm choosing clarity. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing the kind of love that does not require me to abandon myself. And maybe that is what freedom looks like at first. Not loud, not dramatic, just me finally telling myself the truth. A few good days do not erase the pattern, and I do not have to keep lying to myself to survive it. I love you all.